1ND Round 1. Will Anderson Jr. The Bears left Robert Quinn before trade line, so they will be on market this season for an edge runner, and Will Anderson Jr. in same pre-draft conversations as Chase Young and Nick Bosa when it comes to best non-QB players in a class. There should be no numbers that will affect the draft stock because the cassette will not change. In both cases, heights and weights are part of the process, and Young has one more box to check as he prepares for his professional day. Still, he is our QB1. No doubt, some teams have concerns about his ability to withstand the next level. The more you watch Tyree Wilson, the more you love his game. Tall, built to add weight when needed, and dominant, high engine, pass able, take control of games. He suffered a foot injury towards end of his college season. He threw him aside and prevented him from participating in the Senior Bowl in combination, hoping he would be ready for his professional day. Round 1 to 4. And it's safe to assume that owner Jim Irsay's team will call the next face of the series. Stroud has been off the radar of the national media all season, but some NFL teams will tell you he will be racing for QB1. And his performance in the college football playoff semifinal against Georgia showed that he can beat you with his arms and legs. We talked about it in the NFL Combine last week. But Stroud is personally impressive, and that's not going to mean anything. The doubts come to us in his meetings with the teams won in the Denver Broncos. Jalen Carter was arguably best defensive player in the 2021 Georgia defense with 5 wins. Round selections would be an easy choice for Seahawks here. He left the company less than 24 hours after meeting with Athens police. It is not known where he was ultimately drafted, but he would team up with fast-track specialist Brandon Jordan, a special talent newly recruited by Seattle. One from the Los Angeles Rams. Myles Murphy turned 21 in early January, and we want to see him play more consistently. He turned 21 years old in early January. It has all the physical tools you're looking for in an elite edge advocate, and it's easy to see him dominate in a few years. And that, to a large extent, is what makes him such an interesting candidate. Anthony Richardson is one of the most exciting candidates in this class. Richardson told us at the company one. He said he wanted to play the day, but that might be his best long-term. In either case, a few years from now, he may be the best player in the league. Christian Gonzalez, a Colorado transfer, is a great athlete who continues to move towards his position. He has the size, power and speed to line up against NFL wide receivers. He ran 4.3840 on the combine. He just needs to improve his running support. Will Levis spend a lot of time on the combine to explain why the 2022 season went like this? His defense had collapsed. The line of attack had been destroyed. There was a new offensive coordinator, and he was working with the young wide receivers. And Levis didn't make any of that an excuse when we talked to him in Indy. Physical tools cannot be denied, but questions about whether or not it is QB1 will remain throughout this drafting process. One from the New Orleans Saints. Joey Porter Jr. He belongs to the NFL. Sometimes he can be a little overly resourceful on the field, but he checks out many boxes that teams are looking for when preparing the DBs. Is it too early for Porter? Maybe. Then again, there's a premium on big, physical corners. In the final drafts, Sauce Gardner, Derek Stingley Jr., Jaycee Horn and Patrick Surtain II were picked up early in first round. Paris Johnson has played for the Buckeyes this season, but also has experience at home. In either case, he is a 1. The day is the beginning. Cleveland Browns 1. Lukas Van Ness never started a game in Iowa, but that's not the point. The point here is that NFL teams love body, his athleticism, and where game might be a few years from now. George Karlaftis of Purdue a year ago in 1. He left at the end of the round. and USC's Drake Jackson went after a round. Both players were high-potential candidates who surpassed expectations as rookies. The biggest challenge he faced pre-selection process will be arm length and whether his future in NFL be fight or defense. But as he told us on the Combine, there are plenty of NFL offenders with long arms. This is not the ultimate determinant of success. The Patriots need a wide receiver, but instead look to strengthen the offensive line first. Wright 3. He spent the day dominating for notes and Vols coming into the 2022 season, and closed it with a strong Senior Bowl week. Don't be surprised if he gets into round 1. Zay Flowers was almost unstoppable for Boston College, and it was a dubious quarterback game. He has the chance to become WR1 and he deserved it, and he also has the ability to return. Devin Witherspoon has had a great season for Illini, and although you will be asked about his weak structure, you will not know how to watch him play. Nolan Smith missed part of the 2022 season due to pectoral injury, but was fast-paced when he was healthy.